Did you know that Peru is known as the capital, as the potato capital of the world? Well, it is. Uh, Today I'm going to talk to you about the history of Peruvian food, how the second most famous dish is made, and the way the restaurant Peruvian food is spread around the world. In 6000 BC, the first inhabitant of Peru were from Asia. The tribes relied on hunting animals and gathering fruits to survive. As the settlers started to be in Peru, the early cultivations were cotton, chili peppers, maize or corn, and other vegetables that you can think of. They live near the coast, which is the wet climate that allows planted seeds to grow. In one of the articles that I found was that the most popular vegetables, like I said, was were potatoes. Europeans were intrigued by these vegetables, that they took some potatoes back to Europe and they grew it, but it was so slow because their soil is not great as we have in Peru. In 1958, the Spanish conquistador Francisco Pizarro, who actually found Peru, he was intrigued by the riches of the empire, the Inca's empire. The Spanish introduced chicken, pork, lamb, and in return the Incas actually introduced the Spanish potatoes, ají, which is chili pepper. Spanish actually gained control of Peru and demanded a lot of labor from Europe. But as disease spread around there, they brought some slaves from Africa, and actually Africa contributed some Peruvian dishes such as picarones, which is an anise sweetened deep fried pastry made from pumpkin dough. So ají is actually the most popular spice used in a variety of ways to give extra flavor to the Peruvian dish. Two of the most famous ones is ceviche. Ceviche is a really good small dish, which is like raw meat or fish with a lot of juice, lemon juice, and obviously ají. And then papa la huancaína, which is baked potato, and then the sauce is actually a lot of ají as well. It gives a lot of flavor, so it's really good. If you like hot sauce, then you will actually like this kind of food. Now I'm going to talk about, now that you know the history of Peru, I'm going to talk about how pachamanca is made. Pachamanca means earth bath in Quechua, and the Indian culture gave food an important place to this religious ceremony dedicated to nature. Pachamanca, pacha means earth, and manca or mama means mother, so Mother Earth. It represents fertility and life, and the dish cooked under the earth represents the interaction between the mother and the son. Now I'm going to show you some ingredients to how to make the pachamanca. So the Incas actually used lamb for their meat, but other places in Peru they use guinea pigs, chicken, pork to eat it. And then some ingredients would be yellow sweet potatoes, banana leaves to wrap the meat, vegetable oils, hot pepper, onions, any other vegetables that you want to put in there. To prepare the whole meal, it's an hour. To cook it actually takes 3 hours because it's underground. You put everything together, you wrap it, and you cover it. And then after 3 hours, you take it out, put it in a plate, and it gets like really green. And then you put all over like sweet potatoes and everything, whatever you want to put. It's really good. To enjoy the food, you actually drink with Inca Cola, which is kind of like Coca-Cola, but Inca Cola, which is from the Incas that was made, Inca Cola. So it's a really good dish to eat it with. Now, the next topic that I want to talk about is the Peruvian restaurants and spread around the world. As people started becoming adventurous and trying to croissants made, many chefs actually started combining ingredients and preparing methods of different dishes to make more fusion food. People realized that Peruvian food was unique and incorporated familiar ingredients. For example, vegetables like stir-fry Chinese food, Spanish like ají, rice, anything that comes from Spain, and Japanese different kinds of vegetables too. So people really like Peruvian food because of the familiar ingredients. The food is enjoyed with some Inca Kola, like I said, or chicha morada. Chicha morada is actually corn, a purple corn that you can just make for juice only or for drinking. Every dish is refreshing and enjoyed with family and friends. So now that you know that Peruvian food has a unique dish and is becoming one of the most popular restaurants around the world, you should try the dish because it will change your life completely.